Hello, lovely morning again. It's going to be hot this week. I thought I'd talk about what I did last Friday. I went fishing. I, I've done a little bit. I did go for a few hours the other week as well, but I decided to go again on Friday, and I got myself all set up down by the lake, local lake in Horham, and I got myself with a float, and cast my line out, and I sat there watching my float, and it started to bob. And when that happens, you get all a little flutter inside, but it started to bob, and so I tensed myself all up, ready, and all of a sudden it disappeared, and I struck the line, and I felt that I got the fish. I could feel him pulling, and I started to reel him in. But something was going wrong. The more I reeled, the more the line seemed to go out. It wasn't reeling in properly. There was something wrong. Eventually I did get it in, and it wasn't that big a fish really. It was probably that big, and I released it. But I thought, gosh, if that had been any bigger, I probably wouldn't have been able to bring it in. This sort of thing has happened to me before, and very often when that does happen, I usually finish up with what they call a bird's nest of fishing line around my reel. Everything all knotted up and tangled up. And I thought, oh no, I don't want that to happen. I knew what was wrong, but I didn't know how to do it. The reel needed to be set. It needed to be, the ratchet, whatever they call it, needed to be set on it so that when the fish struck, instead of being able to pull the line, keep pulling the line out, it wasn't able to. It went taut. And so I knew that was what should be happening, but I couldn't work out how to do it. I tried always, and I couldn't get this line to be fixed at all. So there was a gentleman about 10 yards, 15 yards away from me, and I asked him, I said, excuse me, do you think you could give me a hand? Could you show me what I should be doing with my reel, because I hate to think what I'm going to do. And lovely gentleman, he took my reel, and he fixed it all for me and got it all set for me. So I was able to cast out, and would you believe, yeah, I did catch a lot bigger one. Well, perhaps not. Well, you know what we fishermen are like. But anyway, I was able to bring him in and net him and bring him onto the bank, take the hook out and release him back into the water. But got me thinking, sometimes I think we have all been in this lockdown since this COVID virus business. We've all had things which have got us concerned, knotted up, tangled up. We get things, worrying about things, and we know sometimes it's because of finances, sometimes it's because we don't know where the next meal's coming from, or how to do the shopping, and all sorts of things have started to get ourselves all knotted up and twisted up inside. And we feel like that advert where it shows you the rope in your tummy, doesn't it? And you need something to clear that rope. And in actual fact, of course, since March, it's been illness. It's been this virus which has knotted a lot of people up and messed a lot of people up. And sadly, a lot of people have lost their lives, and that's caused more problems. And people really have got themselves feeling as if they're all tangled up and don't know what to do. And of course, that is, as a Christian, that is where God comes in. That's where Jesus Christ comes in, can come in to help. If we call on him, he will help us. Oh no, he won't stop the trouble. He won't necessarily stop everything, but he will give us that calmness. And if we ask for it, he will give us that peace. And if we ask for it even more, He will give us that bit of wisdom that's needed to think things through, how we're going to make ends meet, who to ask for. He will give us that understanding a lot clearer, how to feel and get to things right in our heads. And yes, sometimes we will know that inner peace. Hopefully when you call on him, you will know that peace, because that is what's needed in these times. That's what's needed to untangle things. Might give us wisdom to ask the right person to help. Might give us wisdom to seek that help from people who are able to help more than what we can. Like my asking the gentleman just along the bank with me to help me with my fishing reel. It just needs that peace in our hearts, and that's where Jesus comes in. That's what he can do for us. May our lives not get tangled. Help us to have that faith, that belief, to go to him and say, I need some help. And when that help comes, what do we need to do? We need to thank him. We need to say thank you. We need to thank him for all the things, all the blessings. When we look around us, we've got far more blessings than sorrows. But we need to look around us and to thank him and to praise him. So that's all I'm going to say today. God bless. Happy fishing.